Trump!
Go to Bloomingdale's. They don't sell Trump.
Well, Macy's and Bloomingdale's are together, right? Exactly. But I don't. But I don't know. Maybe they don't have his line. I'm not really sure about that. But I will check it out now that you said it.
Well, I just made it up.
But they are because they are a part of each other.
Well, Macy's is basically running a bunch of Donald Trump merchandise.
Oh, really?
And if you've been following anything on Twitter at all, I mean, he's making a bunch of racist, asinine comments about the president, about America, a bunch of contradictory stuff. So basically what we're trying to do is urge Macy's that, you know, they don't want to associate with the Trump name. And in doing so, they're going to lose customers.
I mean, I heard that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a reprehensible person. So, you know, it's, when you're thinking about Christmas, you don't want to think about someone that's basically, you know, being a jackass.
So yes, the documentary is. I think it's. I have it on my phone, but yes, that's just really ridiculous. And the fact that they know this, and Mayor Bloomberg, he's still on the side of the police. But the guy had confessed. He did that years ago. But they sat in jail all of these years, and they need to be compensated. They need to be compensated. So and now Reverend Al Sharpton is on that, and BLS all over that. All the lawyers on BLS, yes. So that will be.
So they were just discussing this, she said, on Sunday?
On Sunday, yes. But they've been discussing it for a while. But
Donald
it's about
Trump.
to come real force now.
Excellent. Have a sign.
Dump Trump! You're fired!
That's right.
You are fired!
Take my picture, it's only $5.
Are you dumping Trump?
What do you? How do I dump him?
Don't buy his merchandise.
He's got merchandise.
Yeah, well, he has shirts, ties, and Macy's.
We done.
Right, he has a whole line of men's shirts, ties, and don't go to his casinos. Don't play golf on his green. Don't do anything don't support Donald Trump.
And the reason is.
Pardon me?
The reason is.
Because of the fact that the derogatory things that he says about everyone else, and not only that, about the President of the United States, about the Central Park joggers, who that's coming up, with the guys that sat in jail for 10 years, and they were innocent, and he took out a full page spread for that. And his things are made in China. Okay,
Like everything else.
Right, yes, but the fact that he always comes down on everyone else.
Yeah.
You understand? And just because you're rich, that doesn't mean that you're right.
Santa Claus.
I design jewelry.
We're just going to do a couple of Macy's dump Trump chants. And then the people who haven't cut their cards yet are going to cut them collectively. And then we'll sort of just, I know there's a lot of people from the press here and everything.
WRIGHT. WRIGHT.
Sure thing, just 1 second. And then once we do that, people will head back to work. I know a lot of people here on their lunch hour, so I don't want to take up too much time. But I wanted to show them that this is not fake. This is real. Thank you kindly. Hi.
Fantastic. And where does that...
So, the major reason why I did this is that,
Macy's is running Donald Trump.
NYC. Do not spell New York City. NYC. Newsservice.com.
Which paper are you with?
New York City News Service.
New York City News Service. Okay, so you will be having an article?
Yes.
Okay, so NYC.
NY City News Service.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Really, recalling of it wouldn't do it justice, but calling election results travesty when the votes were clearly counted and everything, calling for a revolution in the U.S. That's not how democracy
Which paper are you with?
New York City News Service.
Okay, so all three of you the same?
Actually, we're just the graduate school.
Oh, great! Oh, great! Well, that's wonderful. This is a great piece for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's for journalism. That's great. My niece went to NYU for journalism too.
Oh, she did.
To build a fashion business on top of Trump's brand. And so, and I think the next step, honestly, is that as a consequence of Macy's continued decision to defend Donald Trump and sort of their, without any real acknowledgement. No, that's fine. That's really what's going on. I think this will be about it, but probably a few more people are coming in. They're coming during lunch hour. No, I delivered the petition right before we started to organize to Macy's CEO Terry Long.
To his assistant.
No, I emailed it to him directly, the digital file, and then I gave them the hard copy, so they have everything they need at this point.
Who did you deliver the hard copy to?
Well, I wouldn't print it out. I gave a flash drive, and that would be to his assistant.
And any response from him?
Not since last week's response, which was to basically thank me for the reasonable way in which we've done this, and then to double down on their defense of Donald Trump. On their defense of Donald Trump.
Why is the petition being delivered today?
I think it's a good time. It's a few days before the Thanksgiving Day parade. Unlike Donald Trump, I don't think anyone here is interested in taking what is a really nice event that is sort of much bigger than just one place and spoiling it. So there's a nice distance between the Thanksgiving and the holiday and the parade and today. And it's an appropriate time. I think we've made our point now. There's been a fairly steady amount of attention over this. And I think the next phase is obviously to start moving into economic consequences. That's why you see people here cutting their cards. I know that hundreds, probably at this point thousands, are canceling their credit card accounts today across the country. And so that's what today is really about. It's right leading into Black Friday, so it's very good if we're going to make a consumer point that that's when we make it and how we make it. And so the timing is just very appropriate in that way.
What is Macy's social responsibility to you, and how does it
Well,
relate
they
to
say
Trump's
that they believe in their community, that in contributing to the community can make it a significantly better place. They chide other companies for talking big but never acting. Macy's says themselves, actions speak louder than words. And if that's the case, then their action of building a business on top of Trump's brand of bigoted bullying speaks volumes about what Macy's really cares about and quite undermines their point that they're better than just about everybody else. They say they're better. They project a position of moral superiority. I think that their branding tries to demonstrate that. I mean, my goodness, they put a rug in the middle of the street here. I mean, they're trying to say there's something special about Macy's. And yet, here we go, when push comes to shove, they're building an entire business on top of someone whose sole brand is designed to bully and intimidate people solely to ride a media cycle. And that's a perverse incentive that we just can't have anymore. It's not good for the way in which we interact with each other. It coarsens our discourse. And it's not just the fact that he's doing it, it's the fact that he's being promoted and incentivized to do it. That's the big issue. And that's what we're really addressing.
You've previously led campaigns against land bag. Why do you take these causes so personally?
I don't take them personally necessarily, but I understand the damages that bullying creates. And that's really what it boils down to. Certainly there's a political component in the sense that they are expressing a viewpoint, and that's not what I take issue with so much. What I take issue with is the manner in which they do it. Bullying hurts everybody. If we're all stuck on a subway car and there's some guy there, making a big fuss, we all need to step up and tell him to calm down, because it makes for a very unpleasant subway ride. Now, what if that bully was being incentivized and rewarded to do it? It would be a heck of a lot worse. And so I think at some point we need, as a society and a group, to say, wait a minute, this is not the kind of thing that should be for profit, right? And that's exactly what's at issue here, just like with Glenn Beck, just like with Rush Limbaugh.
So if Trump wasn't attacking Obama and trying to start a revolution against him, would this still be taking place?
I think he would still have the issues of sexism, right? I think that he would still be sending letters to people who write bad or articles he doesn't like, telling them the face of the dog or calling women ugly. I mean, I think that there's clearly a positional difference between his platform and his power and the kinds of people that he chooses to intimidate and attack. I mean, just when we started this effort, he wrote on Twitter, right, saying that, I always attack back except 100 times more. I mean, I live in a studio apartment, he's a billionaire. That's clearly an attempt at intimidation and bullying, right? And solely because we've decided to say that this is not acceptable. And that's what's at issue here. And I think that, pushing forward and demonstrating that it's something that people don't accept and actually organizing is the way to sort of counteract that perverse incentive. So, just real quick, I think that, I don't want to take up too much time. It's lunchtime. I think we're going to just do a couple chants. Macy's, dump Trump. All right? So, I'll say Macy's, everyone respond, dump Trump. We'll do that a few times. Once we do that, whoever has a credit card left that hasn't cut it yet, you can just come on over here. We'll cut them right at the same time. If people want to hang around and do their thing, that's great. But, I know a lot of people have to get back to work. I really appreciate everybody coming out. This has been amazing. And if anyone still needs a sign, then that's great.
Someone mentioned, could we go inside and put this in the area where he...
They might not appreciate that. I mean, even though, but that's on Macy's. I can't speak for what their policy would be. There you go. Thank you very much. Anyone still need a sign? All right.
Sign over here.
You need one? All right.
Sign over here, sir.
All right, ready? So I'm going to say Macy's. We're going to reply dump Trump. Do that a couple times. People with the cards come on over, and then we'll be on our way, all right? Macy's!
Dump Trump!
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 All right, that's great.
Hey!
All right, so who has cards left?
I have cards.
All right, come on over.
I got a card too.
Okay.
Cut the card! Cut your cards! Cut your cards! Cut your cards! Cut your cards!